Hello everyone, my name is John Longoria, and today I'm going to show you how to solve Erno Rubik's Magic Cube. Um, I'm going to be using these algorithms here. I'll have a list of them in the description below. Let's get started. This is a 3x3 cube. It has 6 solid colors on each side, and for each of those sides, the centerpiece is going to designate what side that is. It doesn't matter what colors all around it. This is still going to be green side, or the green face, because of this centerpiece. We're going to solve this cube in layers, and what that means is we solve one face, then we solve the middle layer, and then the top will be last. Doesn't matter how many times you turn it. If there's even just 2 pieces out of place, you're going to have to go through this entire method, which brings up another good point. There could be a time when you get pretty close to getting finished and you mess up one of the processes, then you have to start all over again. So we need to get a cross on our first layer, and that's just 5 colors that are matching. So if we were doing the blue face, it would be a blue cross right here. It wouldn't matter what our corner pieces are. And like I was saying, it's important to remember that there's only one blue yellow piece. Like this one here, there's only one of them on the cube. So not only does your first layer have to match up on top, but it needs to match on the side too. So just a quick turn of the top layer lines me up. I know that that's where it's supposed to be. It's in the right orientation. And so we can move on to the next one. So we have a blue-orange piece right here. So let's get over to our orange side, and then I turn it around, and you can see that we have our first mix match where it's in the right place, but the orientation isn't right. So this is where we would need our first algorithm. All of these letters are talking about the faces of the cube. So on your first layer, you have the face that you're solving on top. You just need to get the cross. So whatever side is facing you, which in this instance I need to change this piece, so the F is going to stand for face. This is face. U would stand for up, which is your top one, left, and right. Now, if it's just a single letter like up, then you're going to be moving clockwise. If you have FI, that would be face inverted, so you would go counterclockwise. So I have this piece that needs to be flipped. That's the only thing that this algorithm is for. The first algorithm is to flip that piece. So we do face inverted, up, left inverted, and up inverted. And magically, it has flipped. It's not really magic, it's just math. Some of the algorithms in the list you may not need to use at all. There may be an instance where you wouldn't use this because none of your pieces are flipped. See, we have our red blue, and again it is flipped. So we'll do that again. Face inverted, up, left inverted, and then up inverted. Now we can see that it is flipped. Red blue is where it needs to be. So that leaves one more piece. All our other pieces are in order. So we need our blue white, and it's right below. And look at that, we need this again. So face inverted, up, left inverted, up inverted. Now we have all of our pieces lined up for our cross. We do have some blue corners in place, but those are actually not on the right sides, as you can tell. So we're going to cover how to get our corner pieces with the next algorithm. Okay, so now we have our cross. We need to get our corner pieces. So let's start by looking for the pieces we need. Right here, I see a blue corner piece, and it looks like there's one, and the other one's over here. So let's start with this one. It's already in the right position where it needs to be. I have white face, I have orange face, and I have blue face. I just need it up here. So to do that, I would do right inverted, down inverted, right, down, and you can see it's not there. So right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Now there we are. We have our piece in place. It took a few times to do that, and there's ways that you can do it faster, where you don't have to do it so many times to get it in the right place. And let's see if I can show you that. Let's see, I have blue, red, okay, so that needs to be up here. This is a good example. I have red, white, and blue. I need it right here. So instead of doing right inverted, right down, I can simply turn this face, move it up here. Let me show you that again. Since this blue piece is facing me, I know that I can turn the face, turn this up, and flip it around. The algorithm still would have worked, but that's kind of nice knowing that you can do it a lot quicker. So we have red, yellow, blue. That needs to be there. Here's another instance where I can use it. Since it's on my right side instead of the face, I can turn it this way, and bam. That leaves our last corner, and that's exactly where it's supposed to be. And this one we will need to use the algorithm. Okay, so we have our first layer done. Remember, it's important that all these here are matching up with the right face. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and flip it over, because we're going to be working on our second layer, which is this middle piece. You'll be using two algorithms. Let's see, I need orange pieces. So I have one right here, the orange and yellow piece. So orange yellow needs to go right here. So it needs to go on the left side. And when you're doing that, you need to use this algorithm. So I get it facing me, the piece that I need, and then I do up inverted, left inverted, up, left, up, face, up inverted, and face inverted. So remember, it was this piece here, and it was there. Now it's right where it needs to be. So we do that for the rest of the pieces. Let me see if I can get a right one. Okay, there we go. So this needs to go on the right side. So I'd be using this one. Up, right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, face inverted, up, face. There we are. It's there, and our second layer is solved. Sometimes when you're going to solve the second layer and you have a couple pieces, they're just stuck in that spot. They're where they're supposed to be, but the wrong orientation, you would still follow these algorithms to fix it. So for instance, this one, it needs to be fixed. It's on my right side, so up, right, up inverted, up inverted, face, and it is now gone. It has went over here, which gives us the opportunity to put it where it needs to go. So we follow the same rule for those that need to go on the right, up, and to get it where it needs to go. That's following this one. Okay, now we're on our last layer. We have two layers completely solved, and we just have the top now. So after you finish the second layer, you're going to have one of these different designs, and what I mean is you're going to have a line. Just disregard these two pieces. You're either going to have a line, you're going to have a cross, which is the goal, or you're going to have a corner piece. You could also have a dot as well. Just a single dot and all the other pieces are mixed up. So if you have the corner, then you would want to use this algorithm with the corner facing up top. It should be up there. So if you get it this way, you need to face it up at the top left. So face, right inverted, up inverted, face inverted. Now we have the line, and the line is going to be going horizontal, and you can solve it either way, from here or here, using the same algorithm. Now we have a cross. We're going to be using this algorithm to get the cross right, because as you can see, this side matches up and so does this side, but these two sides need to be switched. So in order to do that, we need to find the two sides that are lined up right. Okay, so they're over here. It needs to be facing this way. So correct, correct, wrong, wrong. Face it this way, and then you'll do right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, right inverted. And let's see, where are we at? Boom, lined right up. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes it takes a couple times to use that algorithm. We're very close to being done. We just have these pesky corner pieces to fix. That we will use this algorithm for. So we need to find one that matches up with the position that it's supposed to be in. The orientation doesn't matter. Like this piece here, we have orange, green, and white, and it's just not in the right orientation. This algorithm is going to get all the corner pieces in the right orientation. The one that is right needs to go here, right here closest to you, top right corner on your face. So let's just do the algorithm. Up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, and left. Okay, so that piece has remained unfixed, and it looks like the rest of them have as well. So we just do it again. Up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left. Now as you can see, this side has already solved itself. These two pieces went to the right side, and this one here just needs to be flipped around, and so does that one. So let's solve this dude. Just use the algorithm we used in the beginning to flip the pieces around. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. And repeat until you get to the spot you need. And you can see everything looks all jumbled up. Looks like a nightmare. But don't lose faith. This is actually the coolest part because everything goes right back where it needs to go in the end. I should have said a second ago that you need to have your problem pieces in front of you. So whereas I had these two were already solved, they're in the back. You could have some that this one's fixed, that one's not, and in that instance you just turn it just like I'm doing right now. I turn this one, and if this piece was already solved, I would just keep turning to the next one and then do the algorithm. But in this case, I need this one to come up top. See what I'm talking about? Right there. And quick adjustment, there we go. You have solved the Rubik's Cube. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below and I would be glad to answer them. Also check out Dan Brown's page. I'll have links in the description. So thanks for watching.